Have you ever walked into a mall or restaurant and the screens start talking to you before anybody actually does? Most people don't realize it, but every one of those screens has a different job. And once you know what each type actually does, you start noticing how they quietly guide everything you do. This is Signage TechLab, and today we're breaking down 8 digital signage types you see all the time. And we'll start outside, where the drive-thru chaos lives. Drive-thru screens are beasts. Seriously, these things are built like they're training for the Olympics. Rain? Doesn't matter. Snow? Not a problem. The sun's so bright you feel like your eyeballs are cooking? Still visible. They're made to handle every kind of weather we complain about, especially the brightness. These screens could probably light up a whole street if you turned them around. They're designed to punch straight through sunlight. For major quick-service restaurants, about 70% of sales happen at the drive-thru. That means this one screen outside is the MVP of the entire operation. It's basically the cashier, the menu, the salesperson, and the marketing team all in one. So being able to update it instantly is huge. If breakfast ends, change it. There's a promo, switch it. If something sells out, 86 it. Nobody has to walk out with a step stool, freezing their fingers off while swapping a printed panel. Honestly, most drive-thru frustration isn't the food, it's the menu not keeping up. Once you go inside, the indoor menu boards pick up the job. These are the screens above the counter that show photos, prices, combos, and those tempting limited-time-only items that somehow convince you to spend extra. The best thing about indoor digital boards is how fast they can change. New burger? Add it. Price change? Update it. Something sold out? Take it off before 100 people ask for it. And the numbers don't lie. Studies show that digital menu boards can boost promotional sales by up to 30% and improve order accuracy by about 15%. People make decisions faster when the menu is clear. Customers don't feel overwhelmed or lost, and the whole place just feels more organized. It's amazing how much smoother a restaurant runs when the menu actually matches what's happening in the kitchen. Digital posters are the simple ones in the family. They don't try to be fancy. They're the show what needs to be shown kind of screen. Stores use them for sales. Gyms use them for class schedules. Hospitals use them for reminders and directions. They're basically the glowed-up version of the printed posters. No stapling, no taping, no fraying hedges, and definitely no sprinting through a building replacing 50 posters because the date got changed last minute. Digital posters keep things clean and fresh. And even though they're simple, they instantly make the place feel more modern and put together the second you walk in. Now let's talk about video walls, the show-offs. These things are huge. They're built by putting a bunch of screens together until they form a giant display. Sometimes it's a wall. Sometimes it's a long ribbon. Sometimes it's a giant square that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. You'll see video walls everywhere. Airports, malls, hotels, stadiums, giant office lobbies, places where the goal is to make you go, whoa. And they're not just for decoration. A video wall can turn a boring lobby into something people actually remember. A busy airport becomes easier to navigate. A mall suddenly feels high-end and fun instead of endless walking and sore feet. Video walls don't whisper, they talk loud. And sometimes they scream, but in a cool way. Speaking of talking in a cool way, here's a message from our sponsor.
Next Signs. Boost revenue, increase exposure, reduce operating costs. Easy to use and quick to set up. Speak to us about your digital signage needs by clicking the button below.
Kiosks are the screen you walk up to when you don't want to wait in line or deal with a person. You know those moments when you walk into a place and think, I just need one thing. I don't want to talk to anyone? That's what kiosks are for. Retail stores use them so customers can check sizes, colors, or stock without hunting down an employee. Hospitals use them so patients can check in without standing in a long, stressed-out line. Visitor centers use them for maps and tickets so staff doesn't have to explain the same thing 50 times in a row. Kiosks give people control. It's one of the few tools that makes life easier for customers and employees at the same time. You know those signs sitting outside cafes or stores that basically wave at you as you walk by? Those are digital A-frame boards. They're friendly and simple. The best thing about them is how easy they are to move. If the sidewalk gets busy, move the sign. If the angle isn't catching eyes, move the sign. If it rains, bring it inside. And because they can show digital content, you can change what they say as often as you want. Morning specials? Afternoon deal? Evening event? The sign changes for you. Now we're down at shelf level. Shelf edge displays are those digital strips running along the edge of the shelves in stores. And honestly, they're one of the smartest places to put a screen. These displays show prices, deals, bundles, and suggestions right where people make the decision to buy something. And because they're digital, stores can update everything at once. Customers love it because it's clear and clean. Stores love it because it sells more and saves tons of time. And here's one of the newest type of digital signage: digital advertising power banks. You've probably seen these in airports, malls, universities, or large waiting areas. They look like regular portable charging stations, but the charging stations have screens on them. Those screens are showing ads, promos, maps, reminders, or whatever message the business wants you to see. It's kind of genius, because think about it. When your phone is on 3% and you plug it in, you're not going anywhere. And that means you're paying attention. Businesses love these because they combine something everybody needs with a message that's impossible to ignore. Malls use them to show store promotions, airports for food options and flight info, universities for events and safety reminders. And brands love them because it's one of the few spots where people actually stop moving. You get your battery charged up and a business gets your attention. So that's the full tour. Drive-thru boards, indoor boards, digital posters, video walls, kiosks, A-frames, and shelf-edge displays, and digital advertising power banks. Once you understand what each one does, it's hard not to see them everywhere. These screens help you order faster, find things easier, catch deals you didn't know existed, and feel less lost in busy places. Digital signage isn't just decoration anymore. It's part of how businesses talk to us, quietly, constantly, and honestly, pretty effectively. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next episode. And before you head out, check out our 10 digital signage content ideas videos where we cover quick ideas that you can use right away.